The de Havilland Mosquito, a multi-purpose aircraft that excelled and beat expectations in virtually every role it was given. 7,781 of these aircraft were built, and today around 30 non-flying and 4 flying examples exist, making it a relatively rare aircraft to see on film. However, the Mosquito flew from 1940 until 1963, before being retired by the Royal Air Force. As such, there are several films from the 1950s and 60s starring this beautiful aircraft. So let's take a look at the legendary de Havilland Mosquito and the movies it's been featured in.
Are you ready? Got a hammock rigged up for you in the bomb bay. Best we could do.
During the development stage of the Mosquito, the aircraft was the subject of skepticism for its wooden design. This was a time when all new aircraft were being built from aluminum.
Well, it's an ingenious idea, of course. Up to now, I thought of 4 major ways where it could go wrong.
4? I was going to say 40.
However, this unusual wooden aircraft would prove to be one of the fastest of World War II.
I don't know why you ever left that coal mine. Well, that's what I could do with right now. A nice, deep, cozy coal mine. If I make a mess of this, you'll be deeper than any coal mine.
Geoffrey de Havilland's original concept for the Mosquito was an unarmed fast bomber, able to defend itself not with machine guns, but with speed, simply able to outrun enemy interceptors.
Up to the hands. Break, break, break.
Listen! Thundering typhoons. He's coming right for us.
Amazingly, the Mosquito would become so much more than a fast bomber, tested time and time again to be adept in a number of roles. The Mosquito became a low-medium tactical bomber, high-altitude night bomber, pathfinder, a night fighter, intruder, a photo reconnaissance aircraft, and a maritime strike aircraft used against enemy shipping and U-boats.
Irgendwann ist natürlich Schluss. Ist klar. Hält der Druckkörper nicht mehr. Dann wird das Boot vom Wasserdruck zerquetscht.
The Mosquito was also able to transport agents or VIPs, as the bomb bay could be converted into an area for one man.
Passenger asleep.
And lucky.
The genius of the Mosquito's design was in its wooden construction, hence the nickname the Wooden Wonder. Wood worked better than expected for several reasons. The wooden fuselage and wings of the aircraft were made of a composite pressed and glued wood, strong enough that the external wooden skin supported the weight of the aircraft on its own, in a manner similar to an eggshell. Wood was also an available commodity, with every ounce of aluminum and steel stretched between the Army, Air Force, and Navy. Wood was available, and companies manufacturing pianos and furniture could be converted into manufacturing mosquitoes.
Construction was of wood, and this was revolutionary for first-class British aircraft. But wood was chosen for 3 main reasons: for quick production, to use fresh material supplies, and to employ a new group of labor.
One of the often overlooked benefits of wood was that it also gave a smaller radar signature, making the aircraft harder to detect by German air defenses. Performance for the very first Mosquitoes to be manufactured exceeded expectations. In 1941, the Mosquito was tested against the Mark V Spitfire, Britain's most advanced fighter of the time. During the testing, Britain's fastest fighter could not keep pace with the Mosquito at any altitude. The Mosquito's 2 V12 Rolls-Royce engines gave the aircraft a whopping 3,000 horsepower. "3,000 horsepower didn't just translate to speed for the relatively light Mosquito, it also gave the aircraft an incredible payload capacity for its size. The Mosquito could carry a 4,000-pound bomb load, a similar load to the famous American B-17 bombers. The range of the Mosquito was more than 1,500 miles, or 2,415 kilometers with a full bomb load. The Mosquito's success as a bomber was immediate, and loss ratios were impressive, well below other RAF bombers. German fighter aircraft could not easily catch the Mosquito, with only the Focke-Wulf 190 having some success at doing so at medium altitude. The bomber's size and excellent performance at any altitude meant it was proficient at avoiding anti-aircraft guns.
Reiner, make a note of that flak tower.
When the RAF started arming the Mosquito, it was first done with 4 British 303 machine guns and 4 20mm Hispano cannons, giving the Mosquito excellent firepower coming right from the center of the aircraft. Even fully weighed down by such armament, the Mosquito could do 610 kilometers an hour or 380 miles per hour. An unarmed Mosquito had a top speed of 400 miles an hour or 640 kilometers an hour.
How many hits?
6.
The Mosquito had an accommodating fuselage and great range, so a 6-pound cannon was later added to it to aid in its anti-shipping role, shown here harassing tanks in Battlefield 5, which it certainly was capable of doing. Rockets were also added to the Mosquito, mounted under its wings.
Alarm!
Movies to consider. The Purple Plane from 1954 follows a Canadian Mosquito pilot in Burma and is one of the only portrayals of the aircraft's use in Asia. The story and special effects are what you'd expect from a film of the era. It was written by an RAF veteran and made in collaboration with the Royal Air Force, who even repainted the authentic Mosquitoes in Southeast Asian Command colors. The film addresses issues such as PTSD faced by pilots.
What are you talking about?
Time expired, sir. Due for release. Came through last night. Me and Clark both going home together.
Clark? Who's Clark?
Me, sir.
Oh, Nobby.
633 Squadron follows the exploits of a fictitious Mosquito Squadron, which blends together significant real events in history. The movie features 8 de Havilland Mosquitoes that the RAF had retired 1 year prior to filming. Standing in for BF-109s are French-built BF-108s. The movie was filmed in the Scottish Highlands with many dangerous stunts. A mix of authentic aircraft and obvious models are used. Of note, the director of 633 Squadron was a B-25 Mitchell bomber pilot. The missions flown by 633 Squadron blend together real events such as Operation Crossbow and Hydra, flown against German rocket development. The film is also inspired by the Oslo Mosquito raid, which was against Gestapo headquarters. The attacks flown in the Norwegian fjords are said to be inspired by the stubborn and difficult RAF missions to sink the well-protected German battleship Tirpitz. One of the film's largest credits goes to paying tribute to the international contributions to the RAF. Mosquito Squadron from 1969 is the second major production to center around the aircraft. Again, this film follows real-life inspired events, including hunting German rocket sites. Shown here are V-1 flying bombs, responsible for killing over 6,000 British civilians and injuring another almost 18,000. 10,000 of these flying bombs were fired at England. The average speed of a V-1 was 650 kilometers an hour or 400 miles per hour, and they flew at low altitude. Mosquitoes, with their excellent low-level speed, destroyed 623 of these bombs while in flight. The movie also features the highball weapon, a development from Barnes-Wallace's dam-busting bomb. Though the highball was never used operationally as in the movie is a good representation of the bombing accuracy of the Mosquito.
Hold it! Hold it! Run away!
For more on bouncing bombs, watch the Dam Busters movie. It does briefly feature a Mosquito, and is well worth watching regarding the development of this ambitious bomb, designed to destroy German dams. The film is a classic that doesn't stray too far from the real and incredible historical event. Shadow in My Eye from 2021 follows Operation Carthage targeting Gestapo headquarters in Copenhagen. The mission requires low-level precision bombing, perfect for the Mosquito. However, during the raid, a school is accidentally targeted, and the movie highlights the stress pilots suffer, not only risking their lives, but also having the added pressures of targeting enemy forces amongst civilians.
Tom, it's not the target. Abort, abort, abort. What are the others doing?
Alright, I'm Johnny. Thanks for watching this brief on the wooden wonder, the Mosquito. I think this is one of the most interesting aircrafts of the whole war. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and we'll see you in the next video.
Harry,
You all right?
port engine packed up and Steve's had it.